Now, so the next part of my video is going to be related to my studying routine. So I'm going through these courses fairly quickly, and I do have to say that if it wasn't really for my studying routine, it would take me about twice as long, because I'm, again, only focusing on like the important things to know. I'm making sure that like I don't get too caught up in like one particular answer or one particular like area of like the material. I just go like fast, while also picking up like the general overview. So my studying routine is kind of split up into 5 categories approaching WGU. So the first category is when I enroll in a course, I always look at what people are commenting, and I read every single comment from the first day that the computer science program began to the day of today. And I read every single person's comment, and I'm looking for what are they talking about, what are they saying like the exam is kind of like. Is it similar to the pre-assessment? Is it similar to the textbook material? Do I have to like look at YouTube videos to understand the material? And things like that. So the first category is looking at the comments and making sure that I have a good grasp of what to expect. Because the comments kind of are like my compass when going through WGU. And I think that people do give some really good advice on to like how to approach each specific course. The second thing that I do after I've sort of like looked at the comments and given myself like an overview of what to expect is I take the pre-assessment and I don't answer any of the questions on the pre-assessment. I take the pre-assessment and I put all of the questions that appear on the pre-assessment into a PowerPoint presentation. So if the pre-assessment has 70 multiple choice questions, I will basically do like a snippet of each multiple choice question and put that in a PowerPoint. Now, when I'm studying the WGU material, I make sure that if I'm studying something and I'm going through some really sort of tough questions and I'm kind of getting lost and I'm going in circles and I've read like the same paragraph multiple times, then I make sure that I sort of pull up the PowerPoint and I'm like, okay, what sort of questions do I need to be looking out for, or what sort of material do I need to be looking for when I'm like reading the textbook? Because that is like again another compass where I have sort of the comments and the pre-assessment sort of guiding myself through the material, and I think that is like really helpful. So I use the pre-assessment again as like a guide, like a compass going through the textbook material, and it's very good, especially if the textbook material is like 800 pages, because I could get lost very easily in there. The third category, after I've sort of got the comments, like a general overview of what to expect, and after I got the pre-assessment, which is what I need to sort of like look for in the material, the third thing that I do is that I schedule blocks of time to sort of study the material. I think that the more hours that I spend actually studying, the more I get through like the material quicker. I don't think that there's really any sort of approach besides actually increasing the number of hours studied per day to like actually go through the material faster. I rarely, if ever, skip any particular section. I always sort of like, I go through it fast, and I also like put a lot of hours each day into like actually studying. I spend about like 4 to 5 hours each day doing that, and yes, give me 1 second. So category number 3 is getting as many sort of solid studying hour blocks out there as possible. The more hours that are studied, the sort of faster I progress through the material. Category number 4 for like sort of approaching the WGU course and actually like studying it is that I always make sure that I have like sort of like something to drink, like water or like lemonade, just something to like keep me hydrated, because if I'm like studying for, let's say I study for like 4 hours straight, I'm definitely going to get like dehydrated. So if I'm getting dehydrated, then I'm more likely to like go and watch like a YouTube video on my phone, or I'm more likely to just get up and read a book or go eat some food. So if I have water and if I have sort of something that that hydrates me as I'm studying the material, then I'm more likely to sort of stay and look at the monitors longer than if I didn't have it. So category number 4 on how I sort of study the material is I make sure I stay hydrated. And I have 0-calorie lemonade packets, which also add like some sweetness to the water to sort of, you know, make the water like taste better. So that is like huge actually. I could actually never study for like 5 hours straight if I didn't have like something to hydrate me as I'm going through it. And in category number 5 is my work environment. I make sure that when I'm studying that I don't really have any loud noises, that I make sure that my desk is clear, that I have sort of pen and paper if I need it. I don't have any sort of YouTube videos or Reddit videos open. I pretty much just have 3 monitors with everything that I need to sort of go through the material, and really no garbage, no laundry, nothing. My house is pretty much bare and empty. It's legit just these 3 monitors and a desk. So I really keep it like really keep it simple, and I really keep it clean. Nothing to sort of distract my mind as I'm going through the material. And I think that the environment is like everything to me. If I had a TV there, if I had like a pinball machine, I don't know, if I just had like distractions, entertainment, I wouldn't be able to sort of focus on what's actually needs to get done going through the WGU degree. So my environment is very, very sort of crisp, and it doesn't have that much things to like distract me. And yeah, so those are my 5 categories for studying and going really sort of quickly through WGU. Category 1, looking at the comments. Category 2, the PowerPoint, the PowerPoint which contains the pre-assessment on it. Category number 3, which is making sure that I have scheduled time blocks that I know I can sort of study and get those hours in. Category number 4, staying hydrated, making sure that I don't accidentally like go off the computer and do something else because I'm thirsty. Number 5 is making sure my environment is really clean and quiet, nothing to, again, distract me. So yeah, that kind of brings me to the end of this video. There's also like more stuff that I could like explain, some more sort of lower details on like studying, but kind of hard to like transfer that knowledge without like sort of throwing the book out there. So yeah, I'll just sort of keep it simple, and those are like my 5. And yeah, I'll be going through data structures and algorithms, and I will be sort of doing Python and sort of teaching myself how to code, and that should be that. It should be pretty good. I'm looking forward to it. I've always wanted to sort of get my knowledge cemented on data structures and algorithms, and this is like my chance to do that. So that brings me at the end of this video, and I thank you guys for watching these videos, and I look forward to seeing how these next couple courses look like. Take care.